Now that's a
Good
good get.
get, baby. That's a good get.
It's okay to want an abortion. Did you know 1 in 4 people who can get pregnant will have one? So it's actually more common than most people think. At CareFM, you can choose what type of abortion care works best for you. We have in-person locations with private entrances in Atlanta, Chicago, and the Washington, D.C. areas. And we also offer medically supported abortion pills by mail in 20 states. For some people, it's more comforting to come into a private office where they can sit with one of our medical providers and either leave no longer pregnant or with abortion pills in hand. For others, they prefer to get abortion pills through the mail so they can decide the best time and place to complete the process. Getting abortion pills by mail from CareFM is simple. Fill out an online form, and a licensed provider will review your medical history. And if eligible, your medication will be shipped to you in a couple of days. Kara, our text-based abortion companion, will guide you through the process from start to finish with instructions, reminders, and answers to all your questions whenever they come up 24/7. With either choice, please know CareFM will support you every step of the way. Learn more at carefm.org.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. You're ready to move your business forward, but first, you need to find the right team. Start your search with Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It can help you reach qualified candidates fast, ensuring your listing is the first one they see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs are 90% more likely to report a hire than non-sponsored jobs. See the results for yourself. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to Worse Than You with Mo Fry Pasick. I'm Mo, and every week I'm asking today's most captivating artists how they got their acts together. This show isn't about their best or most famous work. It's about the work that means the most to them, their creative process, and why they make their art. This week's guests are comedians, muralists, and experts in the art of clown and drag. You may know them as the design duo Very Gay Paint. They're also the hosts of the podcast Art to Me, coming soon to Good Get. Please welcome to the pod the newest members of the Good Get fam, Jenson, Titus, and Nick Scheppard. Ready, set, show!
Hi! We're here. This was the right time to talk, right? We did it.
We smashed
Absolutely. You
that.
nailed it.
We're,
Yes.
I think, on the whole, pretty good at following directions.
Nick, that's you.
Oh, sorry.
I'm the exact opposite of that.
Right.
Complimentary.
I'm pretty good at following directions, and I guess Jensen.
Wait, this is already the cutest setup. Like, right, hi, and then you like fall off the stage, like.
And like also having known me for 7 years now, for you to say that is, you're not in your right mind, obviously.
Hey, we're all.
I'm going through
we're all the
something.
ether.
I'm like, right, and we're both blonde and 6'6". It's kind of weird.
Ooh. Yeah, that's so you. You whisper, blood comes out your eyes.
Oh, so good to be here.
Yes, thank you for having us.
I'm very happy to have you too. I'm very excited. I like when we have duos on because we talk about process and making things, and it usually just zooms out to like our own personal themes in life and why we tackle art or externalize anything. And I think everything's about relationships, and the two of you have danced between business, creative, individual, like
sexual.
relationship
Don't
and
forget
reaction.
sexual.
Say sexual.
Say sexual.
I was gonna go romantic, and then I was gonna say whole, and then I was gonna.
Thank you. You were just two holes to each other
Yeah.
at one point.
Yes, exactly. But like all of that is still within relationship because it's identity outside of the relationship. So you've both danced so much with art and relationship. I'm like, I wanted to, in the beginning of this, you both are joking about bickering. And I'm like, I already want to start there of like the process of navigating that as artists.
Oh my God. I think the two of us have probably received on the how long have we known each other now? 6, 7 years?
7 years.
The 7 years of report cards that we've gotten as far as communicating with each other have probably gotten every letter grade at different times in
Absolutely.
the relationship.
Okay.
Meaning
Yeah.
that sometimes we got Fs, sometimes we got As.
Were they Fs at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not always,
time.
but for
No.
certainly there were Fs. There were joint Fs in communication with each other.
Yes, we shared Fs sometimes.
Yeah.
This sounds so good.
Yeah. Sorry, we shared holes at that.
Right.
Holes. Yeah.
That's what we meant to say. No, what I think it's gotten a lot. We've come a long way.
Literally.
I think especially given the layers of our relationship and how just it is a very beautiful, beautiful stinky onion. Nick, what do you think? You think we've gotten better?
I think at disagreements, for sure. I mean, but also there have been phases when just disagreeing with each other was like, so we would just kind of make it last longer because you know how you kind of get addicted to like the being in conflict?
Well, fighting with a safe person.
We would both just kind of continue the conflict due to being in conflict.
Not Jenson being like, yeah, I actually didn't have that experience.
I'm like, I don't remember that.
I think that
for
you
me.
weren't aware of it. We would be in so many arguments where I was like, Jenson knows he's wrong. He knows it. And we will get
The
there.
giggle
We've
on
got
Jenson's
2 more hours of him knowing he's wrong, but wanting to continue the argument.
And what do you usually do in that 2 hours?
During
Like,
this.
Yeah.
Well, I
Where do
argue
you
with
go?
you.
Do you
Keep
snack?
talking.
Oh, you
There we go.
engage.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, how do you
Don't
fill that
act
time?
brand new.
You thought he was a rule follower a second ago.
Yeah. Who do you think I am? I'm a big
Sorry.
old Texas ass home.
I'm a big old Texas ass. I'm the Nick in all those things. Like my friend and I were joking that like she freezes and I just like spin out and like and like, but I do think a la like parents who are like, well, we have a child to have a relationship be better for. There's such deep intimacy when you're creative collaborators because there is a greater need to find a solution. Also, when you're no longer romantic, a greater safety in like fucking up. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, big time.
I think that it seems conflict or disagreements, especially around our creative, like joint ventures, seem so much less loaded to not have the romantic element attached. It's like, I'm not like my boyfriend doesn't understand my creative vision, has no taste and is an idiot. I'm like just this guy that I know. No, I'm kidding.
One of my best friends.
One of my best friends.
No,
Tea?
I mean also too, because there was a point where we literally were everything to each other. We were boyfriends. We were like financially tied together. And then within Very Gay Paint, that was sort of, we were funneling comedy into, so it was like our dreams and aspirations. And we had like, you know, we had pitched a show to Hulu that involved like renovation and sketch and all, and like, it was like every single aspect of our lives put into one relationship. And it was like,
Well, then the stakes of like being happy are so high.
yes. And it was like, literally, how do you navigate that? And you don't.
It was really difficult. I mean, the breakup was difficult for a ton of reasons, but I think the fact that the relationship had woven into every aspect of our lives just made that transition so hard to figure out because it was a financial, a creative, and a personal.
So in that, I think process-wise, like both of you obviously have, regardless of the dynamic, so much care for each other and respect for each other creatively that you want to continue. So when there was the separation or desire to have your own artistic endeavors, was it actively conscious conversations? Was it wounds and coming back? Was it the knowing that you wanted this type of relationship in the future? How did that work?
There were active conversations, but they were really hard. They were really sticky. They were really hard. I feel like, yeah, it was messy. Jenson, do you want to say anything in particular? It's feeling like more of a feeling right now for me than words.
I love that, which we pitch on. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it was, there were times where we were like, okay, we're not going to do this anymore. You know, we should put this down. Like, do we want to put this down? Do we want to try to revive this? We went through a lot of like revival periods. And then there was like an unspoken time where we were both just kind of like focusing on our own stuff, or like things would come up. And now I think we're in this like really good rhythm where Nick is like so in his drag flow. It's amazing. And I'm focusing on some things outside of Very Gay Paint, but also like, I'm like, oh wait, I like love going and painting again. Like it's good. And it's also like, we both like went to go get jobs that weren't Very Gay Paint. And we were like, hey, so do you want to go back to painting?
Hey, this is the worst thing my soul's being crushed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I do think currently it is the time that I feel that my creative relationship as it relates to Very Gay Paint and that actual process of showing up and painting a mural for somebody is in a really good place. That place was tenuous for up until I think the last few months. And now we really do go and have fun together again, which was really tough to do for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful that you like stayed the course.
I think just because, I mean, it was tough to do for a long time. I think just because of the nature of like how much pressure we put on it for a long time. It was like really, really fun. And then it was like the funness of this is going to create all of these amazing opportunities.
Yeah.
But those opportunities are going to be high stakes. And that is going to make it less fun. And then all the way to the point that you have to kind of stop and then get back to it.
It was crazy too, because a lot of what the success was hinging on was Nick and I being in a romantic relationship. And I remember when we told these people that like the execs behind the TV show that we were making, we were like, we broke up, but we're still going to like be friends and fun. They were like, They
were like,
okay,
no,
like everything
you're
sort of
not.
turned. Yeah,
we were
like,
you're
we're
right.
not doing this anymore. I was like, oh, well. So it was like, do we stay together?
Yeah, like
Crazy
it's heartbreaking to feel that. And you're like, are we a Hollywood couple that's like clearly not together, but front facing? We're together. Like,
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it was
I
wild.
think it's because it's so interesting in any dynamic when you have your own internal drive. It does make the pressure on the relationship easier, and internal drive just even find your own joy. And I think both of you have gone and pursued those things maybe more from my perception of like drag and clown and even getting back to paint on your own in that way. And like, because right now I'm feeling creatively like classic, you know how depression, you're like nothing tastes the same or whatever. Like I'm craving that, like, oh, that hyper focus, that excitement.
Like inspiration.
And it's, like fully regardless of outside validation, I'm like, I'm not feeling the zest. And I'm like, how are you two navigating this in like your own capacities? Because there was zest and then you went out and then you're bringing zest back to Very Gay Paint.
I think just having to follow the zest, even though it went to a super different place. Like, I think to get a feeling of zest again in our collaborative work, this is coming after I was like, so there's no zest here. It's hurting me to be doing it. I can't make there be zest here, and I can't kind of pick where the zest shows up. So I think for the drag thing for me was I was just like, suddenly I can't not do this. Like, and it's like not related to anything else I do. I can't imagine a version of it lending itself so much to the other things that I do. It just feels like a random zesty thing that has no actual like, I can't visualize a really logistic path for it. I just want to be doing it. And then now the zest kind of feels like there's inertia in just zest in general. And I can take it with me over to the other stuff. It comes with me to painting.
Yeah. And I think for me, for a long time, most of the journey, I really resented Very Gay Paint because it was like the thing that was blowing up. And it was like about us mostly being painters. And yeah, we were like making comedy videos, but I just remember being like, this isn't my identity. And I would get so upset feeling like I wasn't represented in that. And like what I really wanted to make wasn't represented in that. And now it's almost like I feel like that was like a child version of me. And now as an adult, I'm like, so that is the best day job you could ever have. Like, you need to be grateful and thankful and like just be really good at your job.
But it's a job, not an identity, is the difference there.
Yes. And I think that's the thing with having an internet persona, though, is it does really bleed into identity, like in a huge way.
Well, wasn't it like both of you had your own sort of individual building, and then Very Gay Paint as a muralist account sort of like blew past what you individually had.
Oh, by a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was important I think for me to like go and reconnect with like my own personal stuff and and just be so grateful for Variegated Paint. Because also like it introduced us to so many cool people and like a lot of opportunity and a lot of like freedom to then focus. Like neither of us, like Nick would not be able to focus on his drag, and I would not be able to focus on like all the like creative endeavors I'm doing if we did not have the time that Variegated Paint allots us. There's no way. There's no world.
At Carafem, you can choose the abortion care that works best for you. With in-person visits in Atlanta, Chicago, and the D.C. area, or medically supported abortion pills by mail in 20 states. Some people feel more comfortable meeting with a provider in person and leaving either no longer pregnant or with pills in hand. Others prefer getting abortion pills by mail. Just fill out a short online form, and if eligible, your medication arrives in a few days in a plain package. When you choose abortion pills, Cara, our text-based abortion companion, is with you every step of the way, offering 24/7 support and answers whenever you need them. However you get care, Carafem will support you every step of the way. Learn more at carafem.org.
The Who's Down in Who Newville were making their list, but some didn't know Walmart has the best brands for their gifts.
What about toys? Do they have brands kids have been wanting all year?
Yep, Barbie, Tony's, and Lego. Gifts that will make them all cheer.
Do you mean they have all the brands I adore?
They have Nintendo, Nespresso, Apple, and more.
What about...
So the Who answered questions from friends till they were blue. Each one listened and shouted, from Walmart? Who knew? Shop gifts from top brands for everyone on your list in the Walmart app.
Well, also speaking of creative endeavors, you do have a podcast coming out.
Yes.
And I love the premise. I would love for you to describe it to my listeners, because I do think this ties into your perspective on life and creativity.
Yeah. So the podcast is called Art to Me, and we each every week and a guest bring in something from the week that was art to us, whether it be the way that it smells when you turn a really old hinge, or if art to you is like the nasty thing that you say under your breath that one person hears and loves, but neither of you can let anyone else know.
Yes. Or like a collection of like nail clippings on the ground by your bed. You know?
Right. The art of the everyday. And we elevate that thing to true art status and talk about it in all of its glory. And that's kind of I think the basis of it. Am I missing something, Jens?
No, I mean, I think it's like about, like you're saying, like finding the art in the mundane, or even like taking real, like quote unquote art and deciding why it's actually going to be art to. And we get pretty objective with our subjective opinions for sure.
And season 1 is also a little bit about me being the meanest someone can be to their ex-boyfriend while being recorded.
Do you feel this way?
Yeah. No, there are episodes in season 1, which is still available to listen to, where I listened back and I was like, Gazingo Bongo, I am ripping this man to shreds.
Self-awareness is so heavenly.
Totally.
And I'm like this. I'm like,
he's like, yeah,
I'm beaming.
It's so funny because season 2 tonally is like such a shift because our relationship is so different right now. Like we're legit just kind of vibing and having fun this season.
Yeah.
What? But also like, what a ridiculous mirror for you both to have in like a really lovely way, though.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Like, that's wild.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm trying to follow that, because did you like listen back and you were like, hey, I wish I had handled this differently? Or was it just like, hey, I felt this way because of this behavior? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's a dynamic.
Yeah, I think, looking back.
Yeah, Nick, was it my fault or your fault?
Right.
That's actually, I want both of you to leave this mad.
Right.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, it's all Jenson's fault that I said with the words that I said.
I love that.
Waiting for the answer, though.
I'm sorry, of whose fault it is?
Well, Mo asked it in a really polite way.
If there's anything that I learned from my recent car accident, it's that you never can apologize or admit that it is your fault.
Wait, can we talk about what your insurance guy said to you? Or is that
I
not
don't
good?
know about if I can, due to the legality situation. I don't have a lawyer, and I likely will not get one, and I don't think I'll need one. But what has happened is that my insurance company is like,
a car
moved
in one direction, and another car experienced the physics of that action. Neither could say which physics first or originated it.
There was an accident, and there is footage of said accident, and it's really clear. You can see clearly what's happening in the footage.
So sometimes my friends call me Nick, and sometimes Jenson's friends call him the other driver. Right. And if we both are talking about ourselves, and this I didn't tell you, but we actually got in a car crash. Could you maybe guess and say which one of ours faults it was?
Yeah. I would say that I suspect, with the knowledge that I have, that it is the other driver's faults. It's not you, Nick.
And we're talking about Jenson, not me.
Right. I'm not talking about Nick. I'm talking about Jenson, who's playing the other driver.
Completely.
I would suspect, given the knowledge that I have, that it is Jenson's fault.
That's tough.
And if I were playing your lawyer or your insurance agent, Mo.
Right. Imagine Jenson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, that's my nickname as well.
So Mo, who is Nick, Jenson is your insurance agent in this situation. And I call and I go, hey, so, I've just really been trying to get a hold of you to talk about my case. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. So just wondering, here, let me give you my number that is associated so you can pull it up. Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep. Do you have that?
I got it. So what happened here? What's the deal?
Oh,
you got the. Oh, actually, I'm seeing it here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the AI machine is telling me it's your fault.
Sorry, what? I'm super
AI
surprised.
Machine is telling me it's your fault.
So
can you see how it's your fault?
I can't. I'm surprised to hear that. So I uploaded a bunch of videos. I'm assuming informed the AI machine that told you it was my fault. I uploaded a bunch of videos and pictures. Do you, a person who I'm talking to, do you see those? Can you take a look at that?
Yeah, let me look at these. Okay, let me watch this. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm gonna have to run this by my supervisor. But do you see how maybe this could be your fault?
Hey, sweetie, I'm a supervisor. I want to help and say thank you for being part of the People with Visual Disabilities Act. That is the pipeline way that we have with insurance companies.
Yes.
Where you can come work here.
Yeah.
And
thank you, sweetie.
It's fine. Yes, sweetie.
My sweetie. Oh, and we can't let anyone know about what's going on between us.
About us.
Yeah. Oh shit. This is the recorded line. Oh shit.
Hey guys, I just want you to know I'm still on the line. So I hear.
And can I just see how that's your fault?
That you're the killer's talking still.
Sorry.
You're saying I'm the killer. Okay.
And this all culminates.
Hey, I'm going to edit this scene. I'm absolutely going to edit this scene. I love this scene.
No. I think you're doing the right thing.
Well, it all culminates in basically the insurance agent going to Nick and saying, this would be a lot easier if you would admit fault. That's what I wanted to get to. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
And it isn't. It legit isn't my fault.
It's not.
But it reminds me though, creatively, I get really upset when people, because you both have passively and jokingly talked about accountability that you've taken individually. And I think one of my best examples is Tim Platt and I. He's a puppeteer, a creator, a comedian, and we make plays together. And we're so good at working together because we don't have arguments per se, but we're very safe being in mood with each other or being I didn't like that. And I don't like that idea. I'm really direct and identifying our own thing of being I can't tell if I'm feeling this way because I'm cranky. I might need a walk first. It's a lot of accountability that makes for a lot of room for us to be creative. Yeah. And I hear that in the way you guys are even speaking about just reflecting on the first season of the pod.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the greatest pieces of success in us as collaborators is that I think we have a really attuned collaborative shorthand with each other. And I do think that we can express what we do and don't like and move through and past it really quickly.
Yeah. And that's such a good, in any collaboration, being able to name the thing that's happening is so important, that accountability, because otherwise it does start to just rule the whole process. It'll run the show.
Completely. Yeah. Is that formalized between you two where you're hey, I'm having that feeling? Or is it just you both know each other well and it's moved
I
through?
think like neither of us really is in a position anymore where we need to protect ourselves or our egos from the other one. Like that is just so like the monster truck drove through that so long ago that we like don't have a problem being like, I'm feeling crazy right now. And for that reason, I want to insist upon this unreasonable thing.
Yeah.
I'm hearing so much. It's like, it's just reminding me of the themes. Like so much of the vulnerability in both your art has nothing to do with the actual art itself. Do you know what I mean? It's like all in with each other.
Oh yeah. Big time. Because I feel like, especially drag, I feel like, I don't know, I'm speaking about your art, Nick, but I feel like
I want to hear about it.
The reason why it's so, I feel like the reason why it's so successful is, and this is why I like a lot of art, it's like that, not necessarily that the art itself is vulnerable, but the person has gone through a lot. And like your voice has been tailored because of your experience and your openness and vulnerability in the world, that then the comedy comes as a product of that.
That's really sweet. No, but I would say the same is probably true in all of the stuff that you're making. I think that you as a director, and as a performer, honestly, are like really able to focus on your relationship to the work as explorative rather than, I don't really know that either of us, I think you maybe have done this once, so you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't know that either of us are really creating so much from like I have this thing I need to get off of my chest. I don't think we feel that way. I certainly don't, honestly. I really create from like a fascination place and like a little bit of an obsession place. And I know Jenson creates from an obsession place.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's so generous. I keep talking about this all the time. Anu Valia is a director and dear friend of mine. And on here, she kept talking about like, I have nothing to say. And that's a good thing. Like, it's like, it was this idea of like that pressure to like, tell your story or like, get your pain out through this. It's too literal. It's like, art is abstract.
Yeah.
Like,
and this is unfair, but there is something about that to me feels so 2013.
Oh, totally.
That's not unfair. That's not unfair at all.
Totally.
That's generous. Because it's also giving like capitalism of like, here's your turn at the table. Tell us why we should be sad for you. And that's about it. Like, it's
so funny because like my main collaborator, Oren Kalkan, who's actually helps out with the Art to Me podcast too. I have found so much more of a voice telling stories that he writes. And I feel like it's just because it's so much easier, I think, to like from the outside to like, because what I'm like relating so much to his tone and his brain and like what has happened and how it's come out in like narrative. And it's so much easier than like when I think about my life, I'm like, what? How do I don't want to deal with that.
But to me, Jens, this feels so much, and I don't want to speak on your behalf, but my perception of you, like your huge strength and superpowers as an art maker feels so rooted in fantasy. Like, you know how Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings because he was like, oh, I came up with this language that I like love, and to make the language
and claimed
more
he
meaningful.
Discovered a book that he translated.
Yeah. He's like, I just created this whole world in support of like me just getting really interested in this fake language. Like that feels to me so akin with your creative process. And I think for that to thrive because there is another, like the actual words being said are external to you, I feel like makes so much sense to me that you're like, so there are these words, I get to create the whole fantasy world because the words are, that's not my business. It's
not
my
business.
It's not your business, but it's like, I didn't
literally, I'll direct, we get, this has happened both times we put up a show. We get to dress rehearsal and I go, oh, that's what they're saying to each other. I go, I see, because it is so much more about like the
feeling,
world,
energy,
and the body and the rhythm. And then I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, I see what the story's about now.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to tell you that Michelob Ultra, the official beer partner of the NBA, is bringing NBA fans closer than ever this season with chances to win great prizes, including courtside tickets. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Courtside 25 to 26. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 plus. Begins on October 1st, 2025 and ends on June 30th, 2026. Multiple entry periods. See official rules at michelobultra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, prizes, and details.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. Global superstar and comedy sensation Kevin Hart returns for his 5th Netflix special, Acting My Age.
I'm not the same man that I used to be. I go down the stairs sideways. Go ahead, you in a rush? Go around.
With a fresh perspective on life, family, and getting older.
Older you get, the less you can have. Is it sesame seeds on that bun? Get it out of here!
Kevin's bringing his signature high-energy humor and physical comedy in a true return to his stand-up origins. Watch Kevin Hart, Acting My Age, now streaming only on Netflix.
I love this, right? Because it's like, again, I have two examples here because I always get called to like spiritually to certain used bookstores. And I'm always like, there's certain books, if they're highlighted, I feel like I have a relationship with whoever that is. It's like a sort of magic practice of mine. And I texted my friend before. I was like, oh, got to go into this one store across town. I'm so annoyed. I have to see what called me. And then the first book in this giant pile, like Jenga, was called, it was called This Thing Called, comma, You. But I didn't see the comma, and I just read it as This Thing Called You. I was like, oh, that's it. and it took me so long to realize, like, oh, it's about you. Oh, okay. But it was after. And it was one of the only books that had penciled highlights in it and like had meaning for me. But it was so funny because I didn't understand what it was, but I feel like I did better than anyone.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's so exciting. You also bring Tolkien in here because we have a lot of recurring examples in my life that I use examples like battling the Balrog and like coming back and forgetting the former self. But Tolkien is in all of that. And like, it's like Sigourney Weaver so badly wanted to do Lady Macbeth and decided to make, was it Alien? She decided to make that character her Macbeth. Like,
wow,
the
and
words
she
did not
fucking
matter.
did. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
But she did.
She really did.
My acting, I was in a Tony Greco's an acting teacher, and he like really teaches this one day of the class every session about that, of like how you need to bring this to something else. And Jenson, it sounds exactly like what you're doing. And it's so hard to teach or describe or like see as that, like, I completely bring myself fully. You don't understand. And people are like, no, you're being shy. You're hiding behind, or like, say your story. You're like, why aren't you seeing Lady Macbeth in this? I am. Like, I'm here.
Yes. Yeah.
And also, I mean, I think just doing the thing that feels in alignment that you really want to do, regardless of what you think the like quote unquote assignment is. Like, I think school in so many ways, I mean, this is tales all this time, but is stifled my creativity in that I felt so compelled to check the boxes of the exact thing that was being asked for me. But every time I have had major success in my life creatively, or like really been truly fulfilled creatively, it is because I was like, so I want to do this. And I know you've asked for whatever the thing you've asked for is. I'm going to show you this because it's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that.
But I like couldn't get myself until like the really end of college to actually do that in a like academic setting. But since then, I think I've really developed. I just did this drag competition in West Hollywood, and I think by the like 7th or 8th week, I was like, I know that the theme is this. I'm bringing this. And people loved it. I mean, I did amazing because ultimately, like, people want to watch something that feels lived in more than they want to watch like the Nutcracker done the exact way that the Nutcracker is.
Perfection.
Yes.
I did the theme.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. This is what I feel like all people say about like, it's so cheesy, but like self tapes. You know, I think about like the most soul sucking thing you can do, right? But they're like my friend Holmes was like, I was like, I hate self taping. I just feel like this, and they're like, are you improvising in it? I'm like, are you allowed to? They're like, what? Just improvise. Just make it funny for you. And I was like, oh, right.
I would also say that 80% of the time, the person that is given the prompt forgot it. The person that has made the category or given you or told you the instructions for what to do, particularly in self-tapes, when they're watching your tape, they're like, I don't know what I asked for.
Or it's like a casting director who's working their ass off to figure something out, who has been given like a sort of synthesis of a character that they can't really give you more than that, even if they want to.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they want you to forget it almost in some of those cases.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, but I have a question in this though. Because especially I was just having this self-tape conversation because I was like, people say, bring what you want to do. And I'm kind of like, part of me is such like a collaborative person that I go, I want to do like an idea that's fun for this character. And I feel like there's nothing. So like, it's this game in my head between like, just do what you want to do and like make a fun choice and have fun and improv. But also it doesn't feel like there's a necessarily always a direction to choose. So then I'm like, I don't want to do anything. Cause like an improv scene, it's like, honey, get in here. I can't believe you're back from England. I'm like, no, I'm not. Right? Like I get to do what I want, which is a British accent.
You get to come and say, no, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Right? Like I know what I want to do there completely. Like, I'm comfortable.
Honey, you're back from England. No,
I'm not.
Thanks.
Never left.
No, I don't. Oprah?
Not up here.
What's that, 30 Rock? No, you don't.
I sure do like those French fried
Yes.
potatoes.
No, you don't.
Wow. I'm sorry that all of our brains knew the cadence is crazy. Oh, heaven.
No,
Into my brain. No, but I hear what you're saying.
No, I know.
Yeah. I think that, wow, all of us understanding rhythmically the way that we needed to transition back into the conversation, but not really quite having the right words.
I feel so much like my heart. I can't tell you how big my heart is right now. It feels so good.
Right. Yes, and I want to.
I'm like, Nick, you take over. I'm just feeling this.
This thing called you.
That was incredible. This thing called you.
I do think sometimes we have to not care also. Like when you're like, I'm reading the text and like, obviously you should have fun and feel inspired and do the thing you want to do. But this thing doesn't make me want to do anything. I think like you can also not do anything. And then, you know, I mean, it's not good for that piece. But I think like your real project is you and like you in the next like 14, 15 auditions. So if you're like, it's going to be worse for me a year from now if I try really hard on this thing that doesn't feel good and inspire me, than it is for me to like throw it away and then put my creative energy into the next one because there is a thing I'm working on for me that lends itself to the next audition, then that's better.
Yeah,
that's real.
It's also easy for me to say because I'm like not self-taping for things I care about so much.
Yeah.
But Trudy's making those decisions.
Totally. But like the drag of it all, it's easy for me with drag because rule breaking is already so woven into the medium.
Got it.
That I feel a permission to break rules as Trudy that I would have so much more trouble breaking as like an actor as Nick.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like she's permission in that way, which is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And drag lives outside of like the harsh construct that feels that like self-taping and auditioning feels like, you know, so sterile and so confusing sometimes, in that to like know what you're supposed to give, what they're looking for, what's going to get you money, what's going to get you the part, you know. Drag is, I think, a lot more just like there's less stakes there of like your worth potentially, or like
it requires that you already decide it. Drag really demands that you are like, you're fucking lucky that I'm here. Like that just has to be.
Yeah. Yes. That. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, it's also like, so I love this kind of full circle because like we do have to start the end segment because we can meander in a minute with that. But I like how this is mirroring the beginning of our conversation of like just having to know certain like where you're getting success with Very Gay Paint, where you're financially getting success, where you're like following the internal drive and spark and zest at the same time as keeping your identity strong when external things are choosing for you what is the right thing.
Yeah. I mean, your identity it's your most important relationship. So many other things change and shift around and you aren't in control. And like that is going to be there no matter what. collaborators will come and go, jobs will come and go, but like your identity and relationship to your art and your creativity is like there when all of those things leave or come back. And so like that has to be your priority.
Wherever you go,
there you fucking are.
This thing
wherever I go,
you.
there she is.
Bitch.
To Trudy.
You're haunted. You can't get away.
Miss Thing haunting
It's so
me.
funny. Literally one of my favorite Vanity Fair like lie detector ones was Nick Kroll when he was like, "Am I lying? Please tell me. I don't know myself." And it was like, I was like, that is the realest feeling on earth. Like, I know who I am. Do I? Tell me if I do. Well, we're heavily making our way towards the final segment, which is so art to me coded. I'm so excited about it. It is called Thank You for Holding My Poems, and it is inspired by the Russian poet Anna Akhmatova, who during the Great Terror, it was illegal to publish poems of resistance. So their creative collaborators and other artists memorized edits of each other's works and held those memorizations and shifts and changes over the course of 30 years. And to me, I get chills every time I think of I cry most times during this because the vulnerability of not only showing up to someone completely raw in first draft or whatever it is, being held like that creatively, seeing it evolve together, it's like the most heavenly existence there is. And so for me, a poem that I would love for you guys to join in on or share or experience is not simply that. It is a sort of unseen private moment like that. Like to me, a poem in your life could be a day where you felt the lowest sense of worth, like no one was there, and then a barista was like, "Hey, I love your shirt." And you were like, "Whoa, I'm in connection with people." Or a poem can be like the greatest like mural you've ever done. And it's almost like an unseen sort of abstract moment that as an artist keeps you going.
This is so art. This couldn't be more art to me. I love this.
I'm so excited for you both to
deliver, to absolutely fucking tear on this segment.
We all just start sobbing.
Interesting. I feel so compelled to deliver something amazing.
I love that. Let's dig into that.
Nick, what do you got?
I honestly just have to meet you with what I actually have right now, which is right. So I'm going to show up with what I have and what I've been working on, and we'll see how it fits into the prompt. I have felt so at my lowest and at my highest moments. What has woven through both has been the freestyle Coke machines at AMC theaters. I just have this feeling of like I have gone to an AMC movie and filled up my soda cup like at a time when I felt so lost and like terrified, and like I always get Mr. Pibb. And I have also had like all of my friends are here. We've been waiting to see this movie, and we are all here to like have this absolute euphoria. And the AMC freestyle machine is still, I get a Mr. Pibb, and it just feels like this like amazing constant in my life.
Reliable.
Yeah. I really do have like an old reliable, like you go home and the family dog that's been alive for 50 years somehow is still there relationship to the AMC freestyle Coke machines.
I adore this. I adore it. Like, because it's also like, it's so childlike. It's a little creative because you can mess with it a little bit if you want, but you don't have to. And you're right. It stays there. Like, it's like, even at your lowest, like you're the same person getting that.
Like it is holding my poem for 30 years, which is me pressing the button for Mr. Pibb.
Wow.
Yep. You could go, I was tearing up when you were talking. It literally is. I like it. It's so funny too, because the vulnerability of a poem, people do want it to be so profound. So sometimes like they do panic or like try and think of like a life-changing moment. But to me, it's like I cry because it's like those are life-changing moments. Like those are that little Mr. Pibb feeling that has such an impact that is like so much more powerful than someone being like, any given Sunday pep talk speech, it changes your life, like,
Yeah.
it's heavenly.
Yes. It is unfortunately
Yeah,
really
all the little
giving.
moments.
We come to this place for magic.
Absolutely.
Well, she's not wrong. My joke is when I go into a theater, I text someone, sorry, I got to go talk to God.
I think they must build a bronze statue of Nicole Kidman outside of the theater where they filmed that commercial.
Oh my God.
They can't do that. And I don't mean to, I love facial surgery. I love it all. We cannot immortalize one version. It could change.
Totally. Wait, holding
That's
hands,
true.
a bunch of different versions of her.
Yeah.
It's like her in the kind of like sheer tank top from Eyes Wide Shut. It's
Hands
her.
across America.
Yes.
Like but Nicole's.
Oh my
I
God.
really love that.
Okay, this is actually cooking. I really like this.
Jensen.
Beautiful Jensen.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think about something that I've noticed. Like I really love to sing in my car. Like I just love to sing in my car. It's like when I'm feeling really like any sort of emotion. And I always have like, I'll pull up like an instrumental of my song that I like on YouTube, and Nick sees it all the time. Because we share a
YouTube account. So where sometimes YouTube will be like how to navigate a complicated breakup, and I'm like, Jensen's going through it right now.
Oh my heart. That's intimate.
But I mean, I guess there is that. There's like that. But all this to say, I can really tell. I feel like it's a very like woo woo spiritual thing, but I can really tell when my spirit is sort of like aligned. Even if I'm really sad or whatever it is, I can tell that I'm like super grounded in the correct path for myself based off of like the quality of my voice. Like when I'm singing, when I'm like expressing myself through that, like there's like times where I'm just so disconnected from myself, and I go to like, I'll like sing and I'm like, what is going on? And then like, every time I'm like, I feel like even if it's so hard, but I'm like, I think I'm doing the right thing. I can like feel it in my voice, and I'm like, okay, that's what kind of keeps me aligned right now. Of like, I think I'm doing the right thing because I'm really feeling what's coming out.
I have such a similar experience, but it is so funny. Like being like, yeah, I'm a really good singer right now, so I must be doing the right thing.
Should I sign this contract? Let me sing.
Give me 1 second.
Well, it's so funny you say that too, though, because I have had such a similar experience where I almost like tease myself because I find my throat chakra like cannot lie. Yes. And that's why I tend to not sing and do comedy, because I can't mask with it. Like, and so if I'm singing, you know exactly how I feel.
Yes.
And so it's exactly, I totally understand what you're saying. And also it's like, to me, it is woo-woo in the very literal sense of frequency, vibration. You can tell if you're literally in tune or not. Yeah. And when you feel out of tune, you have to like get back in sync, and like whatever that means, whether that's literal warm up or like spiritual cleansing, it's like it is such a applicable, almost like tuner to see like where you're at. I really feel that.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I was doing it pre-comedy shows for a while, back when I used to get up a lot, as I would sing in the car on my way to the show. And like, kid you not, if I sounded or felt like I sounded very good in the car, I had a great set. If I was struggling to sing in the car and didn't think I sounded good, I would not have a good set. It was like without fail.
Whoa.
Yeah. For like a year or more.
Well, Jensen, you're saying like woo-woo, like, do both of you, because I'm very spiritual, like do you both attribute that to like just checking in on yourselves, or is it like, my diaphragm was loose, my nervous system's probably calm? Like, is it like, do you think of things in those ways?
I'm more of the latter, and I would say, Jensen, you're probably more of the spiritual, no?
Oh, 100%. Right. But I'm like, the diaphragm's responding to the energy of the world and your ancestors. That's what's happening.
Well, not now. On a quantum level, it is unfortunately true.
Yeah.
'Cause- so we can all meet there, right?
And I'm like, I'm more confident when I know in the back of my head I could be a singer if I wanted to.
I can abandon you all. I don't need you.
When I know that.
Then that's holy, and that's a holy thought that you're better than them.
I have to tell you one quick story that has to do with Jenson singing in the car. It's very brief.
Please.
When Jenson and I first moved to West Hollywood together from Philadelphia, we had been dating 6 months when we moved to LA together. I don't know if this was for something, Jens. Was it for an audition?
It was for an audition.
Jenson had an audition coming up. And
I think it was for Story Pirates.
Yes.
Oh, I love Story
That wasn't
Pirates.
what you ended up singing, but Jenson, in order to rehearse for his Story Pirates audition, went in his car, because it was the one kind of private place where he could be loud, and recorded himself singing Avenue Q's "What Do You Do with a BA in English?" Really earnestly and as well as he could. But of course, Avenue Q songs are like
puppets. Yeah.
And the next day, we get into his car to drive somewhere together, and it starts playing that. He can't get it to connect to his music. It just is connecting to his voice memo of him singing this Avenue Q song as well as he could. And he tries to switch it, and it keeps starting it over. And we like,
what do you do? What do you do? What do I was like,
for maybe 5 full minutes, he could not get it to stop playing him singing. I would rather show someone my spread open asshole than have this happen to me.
Easy. I literally, like, in my head, it's like you're Dame Judi Jensen and Chocolat, and you're like, get away, you've seen too much.
It is the most intimate Jenson and I ever were because of how vulnerable that can be.
That is the most poemy poem. I like the closest I've had is I had a recorded session of a snake channeler. No problem.
All good.
Hey, no problem. We all know what that is. Normal. And this woman channels through her snakes, psychic downloads, and like I love her. I think she's incredible. She gave me some of the best therapeutic advice of my life. But it was like I was shuffle in my car, and it was like, you know, it goes from like Kim Petras to then like, okay, Morgan, I'm really glad you've arrived here today because we're gonna find with your spirit guides. And no.
It's the book. It's the book finding you. Whenever you need it, that audio track is going to play.
Hey, okay, you said you're not the woo-woo one because that is the conclusion I came to.
I've been convinced during this podcast.
That's
finally.
Chic.
Yes.
I tried the whole time. I cried.
Oh, I do desire, and I'm putting this in the universe. I would love to hear that Avenue Q recording one day. I hope you trust me enough one day.
I will find it. I really hope it's still on my phone.
That would feel special.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for it after this.
I love you both so much. This was heaven on earth. Can you let my listeners know where to find you or consume everything?
Season 2 of Art to Me starts airing from the Good Get Network, anywhere you find your podcasts, in mid to late January. Also follow us at
You can find us
Very Gay
at
Paint,
Very Gay Paint
on Instagram or TikTok. We haven't updated the TikTok in years, but Instagram
But you can also follow me at Jenson Titus on TikTok or Instagram.
And you can follow me at either Very Gay Clown or Trudy.Tective on Instagram or TikTok.
It always gives me a chuckle. Thank you. And I end every episode by giving my listeners and you a compliment. And I don't think of adjectives as gendered in this case. And please know from the bottom of my heart, I mean this individually each time. And oh my God, you're so pretty.
Oh,
thank you so much.
You're both so pretty inside and out.
Really needed that. I think I'm going to sing really beautifully after this.
Oh, you're so aligned.
Worse Than You with Mo Fry Pasick is hosted by me, Mo Fry Pasick. You can learn more about this week's guest and the Worse Than You team by checking out the show and episode copy. Worse Than You with Mo Fry Pasick is executive produced by Erica Ghetto, Mariah Gossett, and Lauren Mandel for Good Get and Disco Nap Productions. Oh my God, you're so pretty.
Wherever you go,
there you fucking are.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Now that's a good get, baby. That's a good get.